Alright, so Nerdofthe Rings is doing a collaborative video playlist, this time in celebration of, you guessed it, Bilbo and Frodo's birthday.
Today is my 111th birthday!
And I had a quick look around at all the other content creators who are a part of this collaboration and went, shit. I'm not a Tolkien tuber. But not to fear. With someone who barely knows shit about the Iru and the Valar comes the perspective of a man who only has one viewpoint on the franchise, the films. And don't worry, it's not out of spite. Just as someone who barely enjoys reading to begin with, it was rather difficult trying to pick up Tolkien. But luckily, this man was thrust into existence, giving us films that have won this many awards and our hearts. And out of all 12 hours these gorgeous films have brought us, there's one scene in particular that always makes me cry, and then feel a whole lot better.
I didn't think it would end this way.
End? No, the journey doesn't end here. Death is just another path. One that we all must take.
While taking time to be at peace before a stressful moment can seem a little counterproductive, I do believe that comfort is essential to generating perseverance, like in this scene. And perseverance is definitely something that comes in handy for them in the battle to come. During this moment of calm, this lull in the middle of battle, Pippin sees that death is literally at the door. The audience is placed in Pippin's shoes as Gandalf speaks from his experience, comforting Pippin in the subject of death. And that's what this scene really accomplishes for me. Comfort.
The grey rain curtain of this world rolls back, and all turns to silver glass. And then you see it. White shores. And beyond, the far green country, and to a swift sunrise.
That isn't so bad.
No, it isn't.
And one thing that makes this moment extra impactful is the fact that, in the story, Gandalf actually did die. Chill Gandalf went and died, and he was brought back as battle-ready Gandalf, or as I like to call him, Ganondalf. So when he describes the White Shores and beyond, it's not just words to make Pippin feel better, but it's what Gandalf actually saw. He saw what came after death, which is what makes this moment all the more comforting, for me at least. Hell, I'm sure that someone who hasn't even seen Lord of the Rings could watch this scene and feel comforted by it. That's something I never really considered. Comfort before perseverance. The moment of peace before every battle that gives everybody the courage to fight even harder. The Luke and Leia before he goes to confront their father. Aang talking to the lion turtle before facing the Fire Lord. Old Charles giving young Charles hope again. The Avengers sulking over the loss of Natasha. All moments designed to comfort certain characters before heading into the grand finale. In fact, I'd even say that this is what Lord of the Rings does for me. It comforts me. It gives me a grand world to escape into with a compelling story, and tells me that even though evil is still out there, even though the elves are piecing out, there's still courage out there. And even after everything we know of is gone, there's still beauty.
It's like in the great stories, Mr. Frodo. The ones that really mattered. Full of darkness and danger they were. And sometimes you didn't want to know the end. Because how could the end be happy? How could the world go back to the way it was when so much bad had happened? But in the end, it's only a passing thing. This shadow. Even darkness must pass. A new day will come. And when the sun shines, it'll shine out the clearer. Those were the stories that stayed with you. That meant something. Even if you were too small to understand why. But I think, Mr. Frodo, I do understand. Folk in those stories had lots of chances of turning back, only they didn't. They kept going. Because they were holding on to something. What are we holding on to, Sam? There's some good in this world, Mr. Frodo. And it's worth fighting